All right, we have massive news from Tesla. Tesla to the friggin' moon. First quarter 2021 is out, and it's epic. All right, so if you're still getting surprised by Tesla actually executing on its goals, actually executing on what it expects it can hit, then I don't know what you're doing. Don't even watch this video. You need to understand that Elon, although maybe he is a little optimistic, it's pretty insane how he's able to project and actually hit goals time and time again. And maybe they're a little late, but this is pretty incredible. So what we're gonna share are what the results are from this, and if it's too late to buy, what you should do if you're interested in Tesla stock. I'm pretty interested in these results because I've got $377,000 in Tesla stock just in this account. In the other accounts in Robinhood, something like 215,000. So we're at well over $500,000 in Tesla stock. So what should you do? Should you buy? Right now we're closed. The market is closed today. It opens on Monday. What's going to happen on Monday? And things tend to build up over the weekend. So Mondays can be pretty dramatic. I hide my face so I can tell you how the cookie crumbles, and I don't leave anything hidden besides my identity. Show you my accounts, everything like that, so I can show you what I'm doing with my $3 million portfolio, and I don't want to hold anything back. So subscribe to this if you want more content from me. Like this video if you want to get this in front of more people, because if you are bullish on Tesla, then like this so more people see what's actually happening and the mainstream media doesn't maybe twist things for the short interest who are betting against Tesla. So share this, like this, I would really appreciate it. I believe Tesla is going to be the biggest company in the world. They've got robo taxis coming, full self-driving potential, decentralizing the grid, what they can do with energy storage, the Tesla Semi, and maybe integrated home products in the future that tag on to Starlink internet, that leverage a whole ecosystem of heating and cooling systems with the filters in the Teslas. There's an amazing path for Tesla. So let's get into what you're here for. So you're here for the first quarter earnings results. What happened in Q1 of 2021? A few things to note first. Okay, there was a global shortage in terms of chips that might have affected Tesla. Tesla actually closed the Fremont factory and said, hey, we're going to be doing some updates. And that's always smart to do, right? If they can't be producing, they should be doing some updates. So they said there were some part issues. That happened. But also what I want you to know is that Q1 is usually the worst quarter, okay? So Q1 happens to be the lowest seasonal quarter. So if you look at 2019, for example, right? Q4 crushes in 2018, and then what happened in 2019, right? There's a big discrepancy here. And so this happens over and over again. Here's 2019, and then here's 2020. A big decrease. So this happens because of a few different reasons. We've got incentives to buy before the end of the year. There's tax reasons, right? There's the electric incentives. And Tesla also pushes really hard at the end of the year, so Q4, to hit those yearly numbers, right? They really wanted to hit the 500,000 deliveries number for last year. They missed it by like 0.02%, something like that. But what we're going to talk about right now is what actually did happen, what got recorded. So an important thing to understand with this is the production and delivery results. To me, the biggest thing is going to be this guy, okay? Not the deliveries. The production to me is more important because Tesla is production constrained, meaning that is the bottleneck. They're going to sell as many as they can make, okay? So the logic is that if you want to prove this, okay, there's a lot of conversation by the bears saying, you know what, no, look, Tesla, they got a demand problem coming. There's no way they're going to be able to scale to millions and millions of vehicles a year. Here's some logic for you, all right? Look where the money is. What is Tesla investing in? Are they investing in marketing and advertising? When's the last time you saw an ad on TV for Tesla or on Hulu or something like that? Zero. How much are they investing on production in terms of factories, new gigafactories popping up? Pretty much as fast as they can. So they are investing billions in production and pennies in the demand. So they know they're not demand constraint, they're production constraint. So what do we have here? Let's get to it here, guys. So here is a release from this morning. April 2nd, in the first quarter, we produced just over 180,000. So that's how many they made. Guess what? Here's what they delivered: 185,000 vehicles, nearly. So that means maybe it came right under that. They rounded up for the effect. 185,000 vehicles, and that is absolutely mind-blowing. We're encouraged by the strong reception of Model Y in China. That's great. You never know how a new product's going to do in a new demographic. We're quickly progressing to full production capacity. That's going to be absolutely huge. The new Model S and X have been exceptionally well received. With the new equipment installed and tested in Q1, we're in the early stages of ramping production. So also with the S and X, just to keep in mind, there were some major updates. So what that is a lot of interior updates. You can check this out. Pretty beautiful interior, minimalist, but updated. And you'll notice there's a big emphasis on entertainment, right? A lot of screens in this car. Why is that? Well, that's because full self-driving is on the horizon. What are you going to be doing if you're not actively driving the car and you're just chilling? You're going to be going on the internet, checking out Netflix, going and playing some game. Actually, you know, what's going to happen is that this is going to become the smartphone, the smart TV, the game console on wheels. This is huge because if you are just getting into someone else's car, maybe you pull it up on your phone, you pull up a robo taxi, and you hop in the back seat. Guess what? It syncs with your phone. It recognizes the Bluetooth connection. Boom, you've got your Netflix account, your apps, your games all built in. All right, so let's get back to the results here. So what are the numbers? Here are the numbers breakdown. We got S and X production. See that little guy right here? It's because of all the updates. Deliveries, only 2,000 deliveries, but Model 3 and Y, 180,000. So production and 182,000 in deliveries. So what does this mean? This means that 184,800 deliveries, basically only 1% of that was from the Model S and X. So everything else is 3 and Y. And here's another really cool number, okay? This is crazy. Subject to operating lease accounting. So what this means is, okay, 7% of all the deliveries of the 3s and Ys were from leases. 7%. All right, so what is that? Like, how's that relevant? That's relevant because if you check out, let's get rid of this stupid ad. If you check out, oh, get rid of this ad, get out of here, get out of here. According to the IHS Automotive, a quarter of all new car buyers lease their vehicles, and the number goes up for luxury shoppers. So for example, half of retail buyers chasing a new BMW, Mercedes, Lexus drive off in a leased vehicle. Okay, I think those numbers are a little bit aggressive, but you can see the dramatic difference, 7% compared to like 25% to 50%. So what does that mean? Well, that comes down to the financials, right? Instead of having 50% of people leasing the cars and the company only making $100, $200, $300, $400 a month, instead they're making, boom, $40K, $50K in upfront money. So that's incredibly powerful. So how does Q1 relate to past results, right? Because yeah, 185,000 vehicles sound like a lot. If you don't know the numbers, you have no idea that Toyota's doing millions of vehicles a year, probably. Did you? It's all relative. So what do these numbers mean relatively? Well, here we go back to the chart we started with. How did they do in Q1 of 2020? So Q1 of 2020, they did 88,400. Was that good for them? Yeah, actually, that was their best ever Q1. So 88,400 deliveries. They made 102,000 vehicles, but 88,400 delivered vehicles. So comparing 88,000 and then you've got 184,000, that is insane. Almost 100,000 more vehicles quarter over quarter. That's incredible. So what about their best quarter ever? Pretty cool. If you compare Q4 of their results here, this is Q4, their best quarter ever, 2020, Q4, the best season ever, the best quarter ever, the best year ever, 180,570 deliveries for the quarter. So They beat that. I can't find an article that says best quarter ever for some reason, perhaps because these are not finalized, okay? So these are not finalized. These are forward-looking statements. So they are not exactly finalized. In fact, they are said to be conservative, slightly conservative, because they count a car as delivered if it's transferred to the customer and all the paperwork is correct, okay? It's not delivered if it's waiting and they haven't picked it up but they have their appointment. It's not delivered if the paperwork isn't finalized either. So this is absolutely incredible information. But here's the thing that matters for the stock price, okay? The stock price does not care how many cars it sold last year, does not care how many cars it sold in the quarter, does not matter even if it's the best quarter ever. What does the stock market care about? If the price of Tesla is going to go up or down, it's based on one thing. The stock market does not care about results. It actually cares about expectations. And if the results are higher, better than the expectations, or lower and worse than the expectations. If Tesla's expectations were to triple production and they only double production, guess what would happen? The price would go straight down, even though that's amazing, doubling production, right? So it's all relative. It's all based on expectations. So let's check out the expectations. Here is the expectations. All right, analysts were expecting to deliver 168,000 vehicles during the quarter. There was a range, obviously, from different analysts, but that was the average according to FactSet as of April 1st, as of yesterday. 168,000 expected, and instead they did 184,000. That is a big difference, okay? That's a huge difference. Even if it was just a few thousand deliveries over, that would bump up the stock. And that would be huge. Even a very bullish analyst, Wedbush's Daniel Ives, predicted that Tesla could exceed 170,000 expected deliveries in Q1, and that would help restore some positive momentum back to Tesla and the EV sector in general, because we did have a slump. I was buying Tesla all the way down to 560 or 70, and now we've seen some recovery, but we'll see what happens on Monday. It should be interesting. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want me to be sharing my personal portfolio with you a bit more, diving into it, I need to hear from you guys, right? This is not something I'm making money off of Webull, Patreon, you buying my courses. I'm doing this because I want to be sharing my mindset that's helped me create a portfolio that has just grown and grown and grown. And I love Tesla stock. I'm a big bull. I'm not going to be selling for 5 to 10 years, most likely. I hope you can come on this journey with me. Please subscribe. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. I read all of them, obviously, because I don't have a lot of subs yet, and I'll respond to all of them. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you later. That was the Q1, the first quarter deliveries and the production of Tesla. So Elon, good job, man. Catch you guys later.